On this ABC Paddlers Special, we take you all the way to Canada, to a small town in the Canadian Rockies called Banff. And Banff is where we stayed for a few days, and we took the opportunity to take a kayak out from the Banff Canoe Club, and there it is with a What 3 Words location, and we paddled down the Bow River in total for about 3 miles.
Well, this is an ABC Paddlers Special. We're currently paddling, not in Bryan, sadly, but we're paddling in a double kayak on the River Bow, just outside Banff, in the Banff National Park of Canada. And you can see the view we've got here now, absolutely stunning. There's no skeg on this kayak, so it's a little tricky because we're used to having a skeg on Bryan. But we've just seen what we think was probably an elk, maybe a moose, cross the river just in front of us, but we were a bit too far away to get a good close-up picture of it. But we're told that this stretch of the river is more peaceful, less crowded than the creek, which was the other option. So we've taken the choice to come down here and just enjoy this fantastic scenery. Yeah, it's an elk, is there? It's an elk, yeah. You can see the elk just on the bank over there, hopefully. There she is, just munching away on the side there. So we'll keep you posted. This is just a short adventure because of the time we've got, but hopefully it'll be something a bit different. So we've been on the water now about half an hour. It is just so peaceful here. Look at that view in the background. This has to be, from a paddler's experience, probably one of the best paddles that you can do. Just in the distance we can hear someone shouting, and we know from what we've heard earlier that that's probably a guide for a horse trekking tour, and they really have to belt out their voices so that the people at the back can actually hear her, so her voice carries really loudly. We've got a fantastic day here today in Banff, so we're making the most of it. We'll probably be out for about 2 hours on this kayak trip, and this will be the only one we do while we're in Canada. But oh, if we lived here, I think we'd be out here virtually every day.
Towards that mountain. Don't think we'll get there, but we're trying really hard.
Well, Kath is, because I'm filming, which means she's doing all the work. Just look at the...
Going against the flow without a skeg.
Look at the colour of the Bow River here. It's like a turquoise. And apparently that's due because this river is fed from Bow Glacier, and as the glacier moves inexorably down the mountain, it takes with it rock sediment and grinds it with the pressure of the weight of the glacier, grinds it into a fine powder, and that powder then is suspended in the water, and depending on the size of the granules, it refracts light at different wavelengths, and right here you can see it's like a greeny turquoisey colour, very cloudy. If we were to go up to Lake Louise, It's like a very bright, vivid blue.
It's also about 3 times the price to hire a kayak.
And also about 3 times the price to hire a kayak, yes. This, if anyone is considering coming here, this was hired from the Banff Canoe Club, which is very reasonable. It's $60 for an hour and then $30 for every hour after that. Which, what does it work out to, Kath?
$60 is about £40.
About £40. So compared to the UK, it's still quite expensive, but then we found things out here. Generally, the cost of living is higher, so you do expect to pay a bit more. But if it's a once-in-a-lifetime trip like this is for us, you would not want to miss an experience like this. Well, we're just about an hour into our paddle, and we've just stopped for a bite to eat. This is our, yeah, Kath's trying to hold on to a log so we don't drift away, because the current on this river is quite fast. And just beyond where we hired the kayak from is the Bow Falls, which you would not want to take a kayak down unless you're the adventurous sort, which we're clearly not. We need to be aware of bears in this area, because we know they're here because we saw them yesterday. We went on a trail, a hike trail, and there was a mother black bear and 2 cubs by the side of the road just munching along the grass. So we know that there are bear in this area, and they do like to come down for a bathe on a hot day, so we have to be very conscious of bear. And yeah, they can probably swim past faster than we can paddle. So yeah, we'll do a little bit more filming on the way back. Hopefully it won't take us as long to get back, because we'll go with the current as opposed to against it. But hopefully, yeah. Up there. Now coming in to the canoe club where we set off from just about an hour and a half ago. The current's taking us, we haven't had to paddle hardly at all on the way back, so we got back here a lot quicker than we anticipated. But what a fantastic little paddle this has been, with the backdrop of Rundle Mountain there peeking over the top of the trees. What a fantastic day in Banff in the middle of June. Do you want me to stop and help?
No.
Yeah, yes you do. Yes you do. Well done. Call you Popeye from now on. Well, we've just taken a little trip up a creek here. that was off the main river. Nothing too exciting, and it's quite busy with paddlers, paddleboarders. This was the preferred route that I think a lot of the higher people take. But it was quite a pleasant little paddle because we were a little ahead of our time because the current took us back too quickly. But we're now coming round this bend and we'll moor up, and that will be our excursion done for today.
Well, that's it from Canada. We're having a fabulous time. Hope you've enjoyed our little ABC Paddlers special. We'll be back on Brian again, hopefully very soon. And remember, keep paddling!